What's up, everybody? That's right. We're here working at the Big Two Management headquarters. Today's special guest, I got Brookie B in the building. What's up, Brookie?
What's up?
And just working nonstop. I want to get right into it. So, can you just share a little bit about your journey as an artist? What inspired you to start creating music?
So I would describe my journey as an artist like a roller coaster. That's down, but it's a ride. I feel like the thing that inspired me was like growing up, always being in the spotlight, singing, dancing around the house. But most importantly, watching like BET Awards, Grammys, that really solidified me wanting to be an artist.
BET, Grammys,
and yes,
looking into some of your stuff. You got background dancers, and so you're not just an artist. Obviously, you do a lot. Can you give us a little bit more explanation on what you do?
I would say you're right. I'm not an artist because a lot of people don't know. I do R&B, I rap, but I also entertain. I'm an entertainer, so I want to put on a show. I feel like I'm an entertaining person, so I should exhibit my talents for y'all. So I'm an entertainer.
So being an entertainer and grasping a bunch of information from these BET and Grammys and video stuff over time, can you give us some of your musical influences or influences that have impacted your sound and style?
Yes. So my biggest, I would say, and a lot of people know, is Christopher Maurice Brown. That's my husband. Beyonce and Jasmine Sullivan. They're all artists I look up to and hold to a high stature because they are just amazing at what they do.
Nice. Well, that's definitely a few names that people should probably go look into. Are these artists that we can search, or are these behind the scenes people that just help influence you, or who are these people that you mentioned?
These are all mainstream artists. These are all, if you ever were wanting to know how high do I want to go or where do I want my artist career to go to, I want it to be similar to Beyonce, Chris Brown, and Jasmine Sullivan. And they're all really good artists that you should invest your time in.
Nice. There we go. So my next question is going to be a little bit about your creative process. So when it comes to the studio, are you just getting in and freestyling? Did you already have a plan? Do you go off the vibe with the producer or maybe the beat you're given, and you just detail your creative process in the studio?
Yes. So my creative process is a little weird. So first I hear the beat. If I don't like the beat, it's automatic. I don't try to second guess it. I don't like it. Move on. Once I find a beat that is to my liking and I feel like I can add something to it, I get to writing. I am a writer. I don't really freestyle, but that's a skill that I'm working on. But once I get the beat, I write the song, and then that's how I do it.
So when it comes to the message that you're sending in your music, is it a specific message, or does that just depend on the vibe? You know, what's that like?
It is right now, I would say it's just based on the vibe in the song. But overall, I want people, when they see Brookie B, I want them to get boss bitch, if you will. I can cuss.
No, you good right here.
Just a real boss.
Girl boss. So being a boss, that brings us to collaborations. I've noticed you mentioned some bosses. I saw a guy that just came with you and did the mic drop. So that's a collaboration. If you can give us some insight on who that is. I saw a collab with Sonny the Rapper. Anything else that I might have missed on the collaboration side?
I've worked with B Jackson. I have a new song that's about to drop. It's called Bad Girls Club with Boss Prophet. He's an awesome rapper, real dope artist. Artist that I did the mic drop with and did the song Amazon Prime with, his name is Dre Not Social. Super dope artist. So y'all should go check that out.
Nice. Do we have any up and coming collabs that are unreleased? Maybe you can give us some hints at, or if not, maybe let's say you pick up the phone right now. Who are you calling to get on the feature song?
I have a couple of new releases that are still wrapped up in my vault. But I definitely have T Gray. I don't know if y'all know her. She's a DJ, but we hopped on a song together, and it's called Popcorn. And that's all I can tell you.
There you go. I'm going to grab my popcorn and be waiting for that one. So my next question is going to be around social media.
Okay.
We have been overtaken by Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, etc. Obviously, this is important to be in the mix and stay up to date with these apps. So how do you utilize these platforms to connect with your fans?
That is, me and social media have a love-hate relationship. I hate posting. I hate putting my business out. I'm very private. But in this day and age, we have to. If you want to be a successful artist and you take your artistry seriously, then you have to take your social media serious, because everybody is on social media. That is how we access everybody and everything nowadays. So
Right. It's kind of what I tell people is that, like, back in the day, we had a artist, a DJ, a host, kind of different positions. And don't get me wrong, we still do today, but now we're called, even myself, we're like influencer, social media.
And it's all
You have
for
to.
yourselves.
You
Because
got to
like
do that.
back in the day, you can go talk to Berry Gordy, or you can go to the record labels and play your track, and hopefully they like your track. Nowadays, you try to go do that, you're not getting nowhere. It's just harder.
Wow, this song was discovered on TikTok and blew up overnight.
No.
But hey, if that's what we got to do, I'm sure a Brookie B song will be on TikTok blowing up soon.
Manifesting it.
So my next question is in the mix of the last one, but a different question. What role do you think social media plays in the success of an emerging artist today? You kind of mentioned at the end of that, but if you want to elaborate more.
You know what? Interesting enough, I don't think it has anything to do with the success, because we were talking about it earlier off camera. You can go viral, but then what do you do after you go viral? So I feel like that then talent, creativity plays a part of it. I wouldn't say that you blowing up on TikTok would make you successful. It can for that moment, but what are you going to do after that to continue the success?
Right. So social media definitely will open the door, but it could close just as quick.
Right. Yes.
Right. So next question, challenges that you've maybe faced during this musical journey. And obviously here you are still pushing with your musical journey. So how have you overcame those situations?
Challenges, social media. Another big challenge is support. I feel like it's not something that is normal to a 9-to-5 or someone who's not a creative. So it is hard to get support from some of the people you grew up with or just love. Support is just, so I feel like I overcame that, because I used to care about it. It used to hurt my feelings, but now I see it for what it is, and I understand why there isn't that much support.
So support is a key, and of course, staying consistent, evolving with music as the time changes. So maybe the rest of 2025, where and what do you see yourself doing to stay relevant?
Definitely posting more, and definitely putting out new music that is current. I want to stay current. So I just want to put out more and do more current things.
So outside of music, what are some things that Brookie B is going to do with some free time?
So if I don't have nothing to do, I'm not working. I like to read books because it helps with my artistry, and I just do enjoy reading books, low key. And I'm a housewife fanatic. I watch all the Housewives, so I love Housewives.
Sit back and go on a housewife binge is what they call it, right?
Yeah.
Here we go, and just watch it all, soak it in. So when it comes to advice, obviously you're a little bit more established. You've got some official videos. You've got distribution through DistroKid. So you are taking the correct steps. I know you even mentioned BMI, which is something BMI and ASCAP is often missed. So you're doing all the correct things. Is there any advice you could give to, let's say, an artist that just woke up today and is like, hey, I want to go to the next level? What kind of advice could you give them?
I feel like it's passion. You have to have passion. Not every song that you put out is going to be an overnight sensation. So if you don't have the passion for it, it's going to be hard for you to keep going. So I just feel like if you have passion, it's for you. If it's not your passion, then you just go in the studio, make your song, and then maybe find something that you're passionate about.
That's right. You got to stay pushing, because at the end of the day, music is really timeless. And
Yes.
With the way you can just drop music, you could record on your phone and release a song. There's a new artist emerging every day. So sometimes artists forget that, hey, even though I released my song 2 years ago, it's still many and many of people that have never heard it. So
Right.
That's often forgotten. If you don't have the passion and the drive and the push to stay pushing, then maybe it's not for you, and that's okay. But definitely. So my last question, to sum it up, really just go over any projects that you have recently released, and shout outs or anything that your fans should be looking forward to as far as shows and whatnot.
Yes. So on the 20th, I'll be at Narbar, downtown Austin. I have a couple of mic drops coming from different cities and different states, so I cannot wait for those to come in. BIG2VIEW management, shout out to Two Stone. And the collabs that I have that are in the vault, and I cannot wait for them to come out the vault for y'all to see.
That's right. So we got Brookie B right here. This is the BIG2VIEW, man, knocking out mic drops, interviews, conversations to take you to the next level. And we're doing a whole lot of hustling and no type of hating. So thank you, Brookie B, for coming through. It sounds like the social media, you have a bunch in stored to already drop. So you're on top of that quick and just stay grinding. And thanks for your time.
No, thank you for having me.